Hi, welcome to the Butler Buzz. I'm your host, Katie Stutz, and I'm sitting here with Wendy with Days for Girls. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
And can you tell us about Days for Girls? This is something that I haven't heard of before, but it's very interesting and very necessary.
Days for Girls is a group of people that get together and we make reusable feminine hygiene products for girls that don't have the product available to them and cannot use disposable because they don't have a way to dispose them, nor do they have ways to replenish their stock. So we make them a kit out of cotton fabric and flannel that will last them 3 to 5 years. To take care of their monthly cycle. It was started 11 years ago by a lady named Celeste Mergen. She was on a mission trip and the girls weren't coming back. So when she asked them why, she was told that because they had started their periods and they had to actually sit on cardboard and stay in their rooms. So she realized the girls were missing school, and that's why a lot of the women were dropping out of school and not being educated, and also meal times. So they weren't getting fed. So
they were just being segregated.
Yes, and depending on how young they were, they just got too far behind in school. So
Right.
That's why a lot of the women in the other countries are not educated. So this is to empower them and
kind of give them their life back a little bit.
And give them their life back and show them that, there is life beyond that. There's cycles.
And how many kits have you guys given out? And this is an international organization, right?
Yes. The whole organization last year for their 10th anniversary reached their 1 million mark, that they've reached 1 million girls.
That's fantastic.
So that was pretty exciting. Ourselves, last year alone, we shipped over 1,400 kits, almost 1,500 kits. And we've only been, this August will be 2 years that we've been in existence.
That's pretty impressive.
We're pretty
excited. Helping a lot of girls.
Yes, we're pretty excited about it, especially we work mainly with missionaries.
Okay.
So when I always ask them to come back and show us pictures and tell us their story on how it went. So, and they always have different experiences, and it's fun to see the pictures of the girls learning how to use them, and putting them to work and getting, the positive feedback to it of what their lives have changed to.
Wendy, can you tell us what's in a kit?
Yes, we make a drawstring bag that's made out of cotton polyester as long as the fabric can be washed. And inside the kit is packed into a Ziploc freezer bag. And the reason for that is they can take the drawstring bag and they can take their supplies to and from school. And once they're used, they have a Ziploc bag that they can put it in and put it in their kit till they can either get home or a chance that they can wash it out. Inside the Ziploc bag is a cardstock pictorial of how to use the kit, and then on the back of the card stock is a full year calendar that the girls are taught how to count out their 28-day cycle, and that they learn how to keep track, just like we teach our girls. Also, they get a brand new washcloth, 2 brand new pair of underwear, because some Dominican Republic and that don't have that. That's a big commodity there. We make what we call a shield, which would hold the liner, and they get 2 shields, and the shield actually will snap around their underwear and snap in place, and that has a waterproof liner, which is made out, and the shield is made out of 100% cotton. And then they'll get 8 liners that should get them through the day, that's made out of 100% flannel, and that's what's next to the skin there, and that's triple folded so that it's extra absorbent for the girls.
Can you tell us a little bit about this book?
Sure. We try to send one of these books with every group. It comes in multiple different languages, depending on who's going to teach. If we need an English version, or it comes in French, Italian, Creole, Indian. And it helps the educators, because Days for Girls doesn't want me just to send kits to somebody. Right. They would like the kits hand-delivered so that they can educate the girls, and the girls know the proper way to wash them and keep them, because the kits will last much longer. But it's also teaching the girls on what their bodies are going through, so that they understand that they are going through puberty, and it's helping them to teach them about pregnancies. And the book covers a part on human trafficking and a little bit of self-defense,
right,
because
I did notice that.
It goes in different countries. It's more, you'll talk to some of the missionaries that girls think it's just easier to get pregnant to avoid having to go through this every month. It's just an easier way to deal with it, so they're not segregated or cut off a week of their. So the book touches on a lot of different things: cleanliness and why it's important to wash their hands, how to prevent sexually transmitted diseases, and how not to get pregnant.
You really are meeting them on a very personal level. And I like how this book is set up and you are able to have it like this and then read it to them. Is that what you were saying? That's how they teach the classes?
Yes. This is the part on this, a little bit of self-defense, and it just touches on it, that if a girl is attacked, how to get away. And then
that is something they're dealing with in the area they're living in.
And it'll tell the person that's teaching the class on the back to make sure that they get all their important facts to them and that they touched on them.
Wendy, this is fantastic. How can we get in touch with you and help out more with Days for Girls?
We meet every Monday at Holy Sepulchre Church from 9 to 3. We provide lunch. It's an open door policy. You can come and go as you please. If you only have an hour to volunteer, you come for an hour. If you have a day or once a month, however, the amount of time that you have, we'd love to have you. You do not have to know how to sew because there's so many jobs of cutting, ironing, gluing, pasting that definitely helps us. We kind of work in an assembly line of what we're doing, and everybody fits in. And if you get tired with one job, we move you to another. And sometimes we're packing kits, sometimes we're not. So there's so many different things to do. But we meet at Holy Sepulchre Church on Route 8 at the old church building. And then in the fall, we'll also be meeting in the evening at New Life Christian Ministries on Knock Road, starting September 18th on Wednesday nights from 6:30 to 8:30. It's a smaller time frame, but for people at work or whatever. But we accept donations of fabric, cotton, 100% cotton, 100% flannel, Ziploc freezer bags, not the slide, but the Ziploc freezer bags, hotel bars of soap, Joanne fabric gift cards. You can do cash, so that because we buy a lot of fabric that we go through, and we buy Grosgain ribbon, we buy, it's just easier, if they'd like to donate the gift cards or whatever, because we do shop at Joann's a lot. Washcloths, girls' brief underwear.
Okay.
There's lots of things that they can do. Feel free to call us, email us, stop in and see us. We'll show you around.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Wendy, thanks so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back with our next guest.
Armstrong Comfort Solutions is now the best choice for all your heating and cooling needs. New installations or service calls, our expert technicians can provide you with the service and support you need to keep your home comfortable, no matter the season. We offer products from industry-leading brands like Carrier and Mitsubishi, and we're here for you with 24/7 local support and emergency service. Call us today at 724-789-9100 and experience the satisfaction you've come to expect from Armstrong.
Hi and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Terry, and we are talking about Operation Sand Trap at Highland Golf Course. Terry, thanks so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us.
And can you tell us about Operation Sand Trap, which is the golf outing that you have?
This is a golf outing set up for veterans only. It's to help the homeless vets, our local homeless vets, in fact. We've been doing this for 10 years now.
That's great.
And we take donations of clothes, food, any items that don't involve anything other, no alcohol or drugs, naturally.
Right.
And what we're going to do this year, it'll be on June 22nd.
Okay.
And unfortunately for the people that want to play, we're already booked up. But we will take their names for next year.
Okay.
And put them on a waiting list. Unfortunately, we lose one or two foursomes every year due to health reasons, people passing, things of that nature.
Right.
So we do take names to put them on a waiting list.
Okay.
So, but we do that to help out a local Meckling Shakely.
Okay, and can you tell us about Meckling Shakely?
Meckling Shakely is set up to help the homeless vets come back from the service that need a variety of needs, anywhere from financial to psychological evaluations. They have quite a few more people than Whaley with their staff to handle, but they take them anyways.
So they're really good with that outreach and meeting them where they need to be
There's a big
met.
need for this.
Okay.
But ours goes only to the local vets that we have.
So all donations will be kept in the area.
All constellations.
That's
all
great.
the donations, all the financial, all the food is donated. All goes here. Now, when I say food, that is non-perishables. It can be anything from clothing to canned goods, anything that somebody could use, even a used pair of shoes that we'll take.
Right. Anything can be helpful.
They're very helpful. You know, somebody said, well, I'm going to throw an old sports coat away. Believe me, they need it.
Of course.
So this was set up by Sarah's brother, who is our owner now.
Okay. And
which
you're in your 10th year?
And we're in our 10th year. It was set up by her brother Alan and Buck Ridley. And Buck's kind of take the front row on this. Alan has passed away. But Buck has been very involved in this and really the kingpin for it for 10 years. He is kind of getting not very good health-wise, should I say, right now. So we all try and help him out a little more if we could. So any help that we can use on that, it's $260 per foursome.
Okay.
You must be a veteran, and that can be reserves. It can be active duty. You don't have to be a war veteran, but some are. For your $260, there's a steak dinner. So we supply the food for it. For that, we give the golf, the cart, the food, the skins. They have custom-made T-shirts for all the participants. Actually, we give each cart a 6-pack of beer to help them through their round.
That sounds like a good setup.
It is. Everybody enjoys their day. We have 50-50 raffles. I don't know that there's ever been one that the winner didn't donate the money back to the homeless vets.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah, there's no real thing to make money at this outing. It's to help the vets.
It's to just come together and support.
They are.
And even though if you're not a veteran, you can still come and support and just participate.
You can.
Have fun.
There's different things that we do. You know, whether it be putting out the flags, because we have hole-in-one things and different long drives. So these things need to be put out in the morning. And
so there's still ways to participate.
Yeah, somebody to go pick the donuts up. We always have donuts and coffee for them in the morning.
Terry, if we wanted to get involved and help out, how could we get in contact?
Well, you can contact Highland Golf Course.
Okay.
And that number's 724-287-8814.
Okay.
Or they can contact Buck Ridley. And Buck's number on the cell phone is 724-991-0360. Or they can stop out at Highland.
All right, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Terry, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Katie.
And we'll be right back with our next guest.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with a pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Jen from Zelienople Park. Jen, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And I hear you're coming up on your 3rd annual Big Truck Day.
3rd annual Big Truck Day. It is on Saturday, May 18th from 11 to 2. And honestly, it really is my most favorite event at the park.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
It's great. It's a great family fun day. The kids have a blast. It's rain or shine. Kids are able to climb on board various trucks of all types and explore them, have fun, no holds barred.
So what kind of trucks do you have available for the kids?
Oh, wow. I think this year is going to be better than ever. We have some things that aren't considered trucks. We actually have a helicopter coming.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was great. It came last
That's
year.
cool.
We weren't sure about this year, but we got confirmation it's coming again. So, of course, that's a highlight. We have fire trucks, school buses, skid loaders, bulldozers, huge cranes, police cars. It's just everything that you could possibly think of.
And they're allowed to come into the truck and
Absolutely.
explore on their own.
One of the best trucks, and it's not that it's so big or so great, but it just cracks me up. It's a milk truck, and when you press the horn, you beep the horn, it goes moo. And so you hear that throughout the whole park, and it just draws people in. It's a great time.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. It is.
So where can we go to learn about the Big Truck Day and get involved?
We have a link on our website.
Okay.
And it's www.myzelipark.org. Also, if anybody would like to like us on Facebook, we're constantly running reminders on Facebook with updates as far as who's coming and any new additions we might have. And the one thing that I think is one of the greatest draws is we get about 30 tons of sand and we put it in one big pile, and after kids are done exploring all the specialty vehicles, they get in there and just start playing in the sand. And
that's so fun.
wear your play clothes if you're a kid, because it can get a little messy, but it's just a great day. It
That's
really
worth
is.
it, though.
It is.
And what kind of sponsors did you get to provide these trucks for you?
Well, we have different levels of sponsorship, and this is the time that I'd really like to thank Armstrong Utilities for their support of this event, but their continued support of many events that we have at the park. They've been a great friend to the park. Armstrong is a big rig sponsor this year, along with UPMC Health Plan, Barrel Ford, and Matarco Excavating.
That's fantastic. You got all them to support you.
Yes, yes. And we have other sponsors that support us in other ways. And we have people that just want to come and bring their trucks and specialty vehicles just because they like to show them off to the kids, and they like to
help out.
see the kids have fun.
Well, it's bringing part of the community together, too.
And that's what it's all about. We've drawn people from Pittsburgh, and I always wonder, how did people find out about our Big Truck Day? But once you have a good turnout the first couple years, word travels, and it's a wonderful day for the kids.
Jen, is there a fee to get into Big Truck Day?
It is $3 for adults and $3 for children. We're excited to provide these opportunities for people to come in, see our amenities, see the things that we have to offer. So any support is really appreciated.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot of good things in the works.
We do.
Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
And we'll be right back with our next guest.
Hunger exists in every county in America. More than 1 in 5 children are at risk. Armstrong continues to create awareness in our communities through Breaking Bread, our initiative to provide resources to food pantries and soup kitchens. Here's how to help. Stop by your local Armstrong office and donate non-perishable food items. Attend special Breaking Bread events held in your area, or volunteer at your local food bank. For more information, visit us on Facebook at Armstrong One Wire and click the Breaking Bread tab.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Dr. Nick Newpower from Butler County Community College. Dr. Nick, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Butler County Growth Collaborative, please?
Yes, I am honored to do so. This collaborative has been a long time in the making. Frankly, it goes back to about 2008, 2009, with some funding from Senator Mary Jo White and utilizing the Butler County Chamber of Commerce. And at that time, there was a real need to bring the different county players together and have a unified approach to economic development. And for a variety of reasons, while that was studied, there were a lot of stakeholder meetings that never really took off. In about 2013 and 14, the college, with the help of a donor, an anonymous donor, went forward and dusted off that study and picked up the findings and wanted to move that concept forward. Probably spent a couple of years in doing further research, talking to the different players in the county, and moving the concept forward. And on the backside of that couple-year study was a recommendation from the consultants of Fourth Economy to have this unified approach to economic development in the county. And frankly, with the commissioners Geyer, Oshie, and Boozle, took the results of that study and have moved the concept forward, which was very instrumental in the development of this Butler County Growth Collaborative.
That sounds great. So a lot of generosity with donors as well as people's time started moving things forward.
Yeah, and I think that is symbolic of what's going on in Butler County right now. We have a lot of individuals who believe in this county and are willing to dip into their pockets. And in this case, it was an anonymous donor who did so by donating the money to the college so that the college, after an RFP process, could go out and hire Fourth Economy that, again, served as a springboard for what the commissioners adopted in moving this concept forward.
Dr. Newpower, can you go into detail about what the Growth Collaborative offers to the community?
So one constant going back to the 08-09 study, and then when the college picked this up in 13-14 or so, is that there are a lot of good things happening in Butler County, but to borrow the terminology from the author Jim Collins, what can make Butler County go from good to great? And is there a way that we can bring all of the different entities in Butler County together and have a unified approach to economic development, workforce development, even some social justice issues? And once the county commissioners moved forward and hired the chief of economic development, a fellow by the name of Mark Gordon, who's just doing a phenomenal job, that also coincided with the hiring of Joe Saylor from the Community Development Corporation of Butler County. So you had some new blood in addition to some CEOs and executive directors who have been around a while. Again, dusting off the results from those previous two studies. And once the commissioners hired Mark, this thing really got a great momentum, Mark in working with Joe. And over the next several months, leaders representing tourism, Chamber of Commerce, Cranberry Township, Housing, Redevelopment, BC3, CDC and its board members, Butler Transit, Tri-County Workforce Investment Board, and frankly, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention we had a consultant from the Hermitage area, Bright Lights Innovation, come in and help to create this new entity. And this new entity, the Butler County Growth Collaborative, was launched at the CDC's annual meeting about a month or so ago. And we were very proud at that time to promote the mission of this Growth Collaborative, which is preserving and empowering economic prosperity throughout Butler County. And the Growth Collaborative will lead by serving as custodians, sharing information, modeling transparency, and communicating effectively. Now, it's very important to note that it is not trumping or taking over any existing organizations. It is just being utilized as an opportunity to bring these different organizations together, get rid of the silos, and go forward with economic development, workforce development, and even some social justice issues, I might add, in a collaborative way. Might sound simplistic, but it is really a big deal that we're doing this here in our wonderful county.
Dr. Newpower, there was a great launch with the Butler County Growth Collaborative. What's next for your future?
It was an exciting launch at the CDC annual meeting, and I think it was the perfect venue for that public launch of the Butler County Growth Collaborative. Again, it brought together the CDC with all of these different players within the county who participated in the creation of the Butler County Growth Collaborative. And at that launch, we went over the mission, which I mentioned earlier, but it talked about the vision of this collaborative. And if I may read for a second, the vision of the Butler County Growth Collaborative is to give our citizens an opportunity to pursue the 21st century American dream through the diversity of Butler County. Intentional wording there, the American dream for my grandparents who came over from the old country literally on on the boat, so to speak. My parents working in the steel mills, military, and my parents putting my brother and I through college. Now, as we're in 2019, going into 2020, the American dream can look quite different because of these different generations
Right.
that we have nowadays. And the beauty of Butler County is that we do not have all of our eggs in a particular industry basket. My father worked in the steel mills in Beaver County in the 1980s, and there wasn't much diversification in Beaver County at that time. And when the steel industry went kaput, so did a lot of jobs of my father's and relatives and friends of family members. Butler County is a wonderful county. We have a state university, we have a community college, we have great education, we have recreation, we have agriculture, we have energy, oil and gas, tremendous health care. We have the benefit of Cranberry Township, but we also have the rural parts of Butler County. We have Moraine, which is an incredible asset.
We really do have a variety.
Yeah, and that really sets our county apart. So the Growth Collaborative is bringing the players together to pursue different opportunities with the vision of the Board of Commissioners, utilizing the different organizations within the county to allow the citizens, not only of the county, but perhaps in other counties or literally across the nation or across the globe, to come to Butler County to pursue that 21st century American dream. We're excited about that. We're excited that the Growth Collaborative does serve as the custodian. It shares information. It models that transparency, and again, brings all these players together so we're on the same page, moving in the same direction with the strategic direction of Butler County.
Dr. Newpower, thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you. It was quite an honor.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Butler Buzz. Hey there, Butler. If you want to see more from the Butler Buzz, click on the playlist button up here. To see other Armstrong local programming shows, you can click the subscribe button down here. I suggest you do both. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.